crossing under it in one section, and the other section is to get into the private members area with a security gate. Also, by where that pile of dirt is, we will have our Treasure Coast Motorsports Complex, which has a 1 mile go-kart track, a 1/4 mile drift circuit, and a 1/2 mile rally circuit. The rally circuit and the go-kart circuit can be combined into one large track that will offer pavement and dirt at the same time, and we also have full irrigation, so we can water down all 3 facilities if we'd like to.
I can't believe that dirt mound is going to be your elevation for one corner.
2 corners.
For 2 corners.
Yep.
That's amazing.
As a club, we do a lot of racing, and so our pit lanes are very important that they operate like you'd see, any proper racetrack around the world, very similar or better, with working space and width of lanes and things like that. So we would have actually just crossed a concrete wall, and right now we'd be on the travel lane of pit lane. To our right, where you see the grass start, we will have a pit wall, so that's what separates pit lane from the racetrack, and then another wall that separates kind of that grass section. So just close to the action, but in a safe working area, of course, and we will have some shaded areas. So if some of you know Porsche Club, similar to that, so we're in the hot Florida sun, we've got some shade while we're running. And then, of course, the paddock building and the hospitality structure. So I'm on pit out right now. So of course you can see this has not had flat coat of asphalt or anything yet. And guardrail is going into your left. And as I mentioned, so to our left, that's the only guardrail you'll see on track in this section. So it just encompasses the perimeter of the track. Everything else will just be grass runoff. And even where we have guardrail, there's a huge amount of grass before you'd actually find that. So we've, even on this track, not done real estate in some areas, just to give that precedence on runoff. We may add real estate in the future because we do have the space, but we want to get some real data on where cars may end up.
Stop. I think it's slow enough to call a bus stop instead of a chicane.
In the brake zone of turn 2, there's a 1-foot elevation change, so a little elevation climb in the brake zone, and then turn 2 has, I think it's a 2% camber, so, just enough to feel it to kind of hold you in. And of course, you see water, kind of sitting in the runoff section because we haven't opened up the drains yet. They still have all the filter fabric in there, so, keep all the silt out, stuff's not draining as fast as it will once it's fully open.
Yeah, that's a late apex to get back over to the right.
Watch the section coming up.
Yeah.
And then as you make your way out of turn 3, the track does a 4-foot climb. So where I'm sitting now, and it does it through our bus stop. So it's a quick left, a double right, and then a quick left again. And the second left, it loses all 4 feet of elevation over 50 feet. So you'll see when you get here, it's a fun little dip. Add some flavor and really show you that elevation on the downside.
That's going to be
also have some irrigation that we will have here, so that portion of the track like to over-deliver and surprise our members with some things. So we added a section of track that members don't really know about yet, that we'll also be able to irrigate. And then I've passed it, and you guys that are further back will see it shortly. The first connector on your right is our east connector. So it's a 1 mile track that, again, we can break the track into two. That's a 1 mile track. The next connector you'll see breaks the track. It's a 1.6 mile, the west track. Then another little elevation change up to turn 10. So turn 10, very, very fast corner. Be a great corner for like a downforce car, radical, or real race car with high mechanical grip. The exit of this loses that grip, kind of dips down on the exit, little off camber, and then it climbs again back towards turn 11. And so turn 11, where I am right now, kind of interesting corner. So it leads onto a short straight, which then leads onto a very fast increasing radius corner that leads onto our longest straight. So effectively turn 11 will be the most important corner on the track, even though it's not fully onto the longest straight. So really interesting, the corner that leads onto the longest straight, so turn 12, again, it's an increasing radius, so you'll end up apexing early for it, and then as the car wants to, naturally push wide, the track comes with you, and the track also gains, I think it's up to 4% gains camber. So really, really cool. And then we're looking all the way down towards that cell tower where the track climbs 6 feet in the brake zone. So our highest climb, once you get onto the straight, you'll be able to see it. It's a really nice climb, and then again, it loses that on the backside.
It's a good straight.
Half a mile.
When you're on the straight, the stakes to your left is the guardrail around the perimeter on this side, and you'll notice they start coming in closer to the track. So if you've driven Sebring, you think of like turn 17, where you turn it at the wall and your sense of speed is so high because the wall is close. We've kind of emulated that a bit with bringing the guardrail in close. It'll really give you that sense of speed, but it's in a safe location where you're running straight. So visually it'll give you a different feel, but still incredibly safe. And then there'll be guardrail on the right side as well, because the track comes close to itself and it's 6 feet higher than the track on the right, so we need guardrail there. So really neat spot. So guardrail comes close, but in a very safe spot. So again, the brake zone climbs 6 feet, and then it does a quick left, quick right, quick left, and then a 270-degree left, right, all the way back down around. So we're losing all 6 feet of elevation around this 270-degree. And that corner starts off camber, it goes on camber, and then gets back down to base elevation before it then climbs again 3 feet. And then again, the track does a 3-foot climb, gets back down to the final corner onto the start-finish straight. Paddock will be all to our left. And yeah, right about here is where we're sitting on the actual start-finish line. Again, we do a lot of racing at the club, so this will for sure be one of our most popular race tracks. Full track or split two. And then I'm going to pit into our east pit, just because the west one we passed already, and I want to have you see the whole track. So we'll pit back into the paddock and move back over to the tent.